In the waning light of an empire that worships dozens of gods, a child is born beneath the golden sun. Amenhotep IV, a prince with a quiet gaze, detached, watchful, almost otherworldly. He is not like the sons of generals, nor the heirs of scribes. He does not laugh in the halls of Thebes or chase lions with painted nobles. He walks alone, and he looks up, not at statues, not at idols, but at the sun itself. To him, the Aten, the radiant disk that crowns the sky, is not just a god, it is the god. As his father's breath fades and the great court gathers in black linen, Amenhotep steps forward to claim the throne of Egypt. But there is no triumph in his eyes, only light. The priests watch, the temples murmur, the statues of Amun tower in silent defiance. Whispers follow the new pharaoh. Strange, withdrawn, too pious or not pious enough. In the cavernous shadows of Karnak, cloaked figures whisper behind incense smoke. They do not yet know his vision, but the earth trembles. A great shift approaches. The sun burns higher, the gods stir in their shrines, and Amenhotep dreams of fire. He will shatter the pantheon. But for now, in the shadow of the old gods, a heretic is born. The name Amenhotep IV begins to fade, replaced by a whisper on the sand. Akhenaten. He has seen the light, not the flicker of torches nor the glow of gold, but the raw, blinding truth of the Aten, the sun disk, the eye of creation. With chisel and decree, he strikes at the foundation of 2,000 years of faith. Amun is no longer supreme, Osiris discarded, Horus eclipsed. The temples fall silent, the altars go cold. In their place, a new god rises, not with animal head or jeweled throne, but as pure light. Aten. Akhenaten does not merely worship Aten, he embodies Aten. He reshapes his own image, elongated skull, narrow face, wide hips, curved limbs, no longer man, no longer god, something in between. The court recoils. Sculptors mutter, priests rage, and yet, in a barren stretch of desert, far from the suffocating temples of Thebes, Akhenaten envisions a holy city, a pure land, untouched by old gods. Akhetaten, the horizon of Aten. Brick by brick, shrine by shrine, he carves his vision into stone. A revolution not of war, but of truth. But behind the glory, behind the strange beauty, the empire begins to crack. The gods are not so easily forgotten, and neither are the voices of the people. Where once there was sand, now rises a dream, a city born from the will of a god or the delusion of a man. Akhetaten, the horizon of the Aten, built in a single lifetime, built by command, not tradition. Laborers carve alabaster temples, artists paint visions of sunlight and joy, elongated forms, strange perspectives. Gone are the jackals and hawks, gone are the dark halls of Amun. Here only the sun reigns. Aten, with arms of light, touches man directly, no need for priests. The city breathes with youth and arrogance. Streets bustle with artisans, poets, sun priests, visionaries. In every home, the Aten watches from carved reliefs. In every square, the name of Akhenaten is sung with trembling reverence and fear. But beneath the surface, something churns, a city without gods, without tradition, without roots. And in the silence where the old prayers once lived, whispers creep in. Whispers of a cursed place hastily built. Whispers that Aten sees all and forgives nothing. Akhetaten gleams beneath the desert sun, a jewel of fire, a dream of heaven. But even the sun must set. The old gods have fallen silent, their statues smashed, their temples sealed. In all of Egypt, only Aten remains, the sun disk whose arms stretch from the heavens to caress the pharaoh's face. Akhenaten declares war, not on an enemy of flesh and bone, but on the sacred memory of thousands of years. Amun banished, Osiris forgotten, Thoth, Hathor, Sekhmet all gone. Their names scratched from walls, their priests dismissed, their temples left to rot beneath drifting sands. He is not merely a king, he is the living son of Aten, the one true God, his words divine, his actions beyond question. In every city, images of the Pharaoh and the Aten replace all others. And the people must obey. But faith imposed is a fragile thing. In Thebes, the priests of Amun do not forget. In the countryside, the old hymns are still whispered by torchlight. And in Akhetaten, where the sun shines brightest, the shadows begin to gather. Akhenaten has silenced the gods of Egypt, but has he awakened something darker in their place? In the heart of Akhetaten, where the rays of Aten fall like divine fire, one woman stands beside the pharaoh, not behind him. Nefertiti. The name means the beautiful one has come. But she is far more than beauty. She is priestess, she is co-ruler. She appears in temple reliefs, offering to Aten with the same authority as her husband. Never before has Egypt seen a queen so radiant, so powerful, so divine. Her image is carved in every stone, slender, poised, neck long and regal, eyes like almond mirrors to the sun. The people love her, the court obeys her, even the foreign kings send gifts in her name. But within the golden palace, something fractures. Whispers emerge. Has Nefertiti disappeared, or has she taken the throne herself? For in a kingdom ruled by Aten, the Queen of Light may have burned too brightly. Her fate, like the city she ruled, begins to vanish beneath the sands of time. In the final years of Akhenaten's reign, the light begins to dim. His beloved city, Akhetaten, once bursting with divine vision, begins to decay beneath the weight of isolation. Enemies gather beyond the borders. The Hittites grow bold. Nubia stirs. Egypt's army, long neglected, has no orders, no purpose. And still, Akhenaten prays. He walks the sunlit corridors of a fading dream. His officials murmur behind colonnades. His people whisper in fear and hunger. Even the priests, stripped of their power, bide their time. Where is Nefertiti? Some say she vanished. Others say she now rules alone. And the heir? A boy, too young to wear the weight of crowns. The city begins to rot. Temples crumble. Plaster peels from the radiant walls. The Aten still shines, but no longer warms. Then, the pharaoh is gone. No great procession, no grand tomb, just silence. A god-king forgotten by those who once worshipped the very light he served. But beyond the valley of the kings, a boy king rises, and the old gods prepare to return. The sun sets on Akhetaten. The heretic is dead. His city falls silent. His gods forgotten. And in the ruins of devotion, a boy is crowned, a child no older than 10, wearing a crown heavy with ghosts. Tutankhamun, son of the sun, inheritor of a crumbling dream. But he will not walk in his father's footsteps. He listens not to Aten, but to the whispers of the past. The temples of Amun stir once more. The priests return from exile. Statues are raised, names are changed. Tutankhaten becomes Tutankhamun. The old gods rise from the dust. Karnak reopens its gates. Offerings burn, chants echo through Thebes once more. But this is no golden age. Behind the boy stands a council of shadows, Horemheb, and the priests of Amun. His every move watched, every word guided. He is Pharaoh in name, but Egypt is ruled by those who wear no crowns, and just as quickly as he rose, he vanishes, buried in a tomb barely fit for a noble, forgotten until centuries later when the desert would whisper his name again. Tutankhamun, the boy king, the rebirth of the gods. The boy king was forgotten, lost in the sands of time. His name erased from temples, his city swallowed by silence, his story unfinished, until the earth whispered once more. 1922, Valley of the Kings. A British archaeologist named Howard Carter follows a fading trail. One last chance, one final dig. The days are long, funds run dry, but then a step, a seal, an unbroken door. Can you see anything? Yes, wonderful things. A golden shrine, a chariot, statues staring with inlaid eyes, and a mask gleaming with eternity. The world gasps. A forgotten king, untouched by tomb robbers, speaks once more. But with revelation comes dread. The team falls ill. One dies, then another. Headlines scream of the Pharaoh's curse. Coincidence or vengeance from beyond? The myth grows, the treasures travel. The boy king becomes an icon. Yet, beneath the splendor, questions remain. Why was he buried in haste? Who wrote the final chapter of his story? Time passes, tombs fall silent, names fade, cities crumble, but some stories refuse to die. In the shifting sands of Egypt, one name rises again, Akhenaten. For centuries, he was buried in disgrace. His statues smashed, his temples erased. Yet modern archaeologists unearthed more than stones. They unearthed a revolution. A sun-worshipping king, a city like no other, Akhetaten, rediscovered in shards and fragments. A queen, Nefertiti, whose beauty and power still haunt us from a limestone bust, her eyes forever searching. And a boy king, Tutankhamun, who brought the old gods back, but whose legacy is forever entangled in his father's shadow. Today, their stories echo in museums, books, and dreams. Their gods forgotten, but their images immortal. Who was Akhenaten? Visionary prophet, mad king, religious tyrant? The answer lies buried still. But one truth endures. In a land of gods and eternity, even those who dared to challenge the heavens are never truly lost. The sun sets on the heretic and his line, but their echoes will forever blaze through the corridors of time.